Hello, everyone from Chelsea Fan TV. Welcome back to another episode of the Chelsea Fan TV preview show, the CFTV preview show with myself and Kev. Um, oh, goodness. Very interesting times at Chelsea. Obviously, we've just lost. We've come off the back of a 1-0 loss against Middlesbrough, and we're about to play Fulham in the league, in the Premier League. And I mean, I'm just going to start off myself. I think Middlesbrough has to be the worst performance of the season. Um, I
Yeah.
think it tops Everton. I think it tops Man United. I think it was an absolute disgrace what we saw in Middlesbrough. And I know you didn't go to the game, Kevin. You wanted to go. I went to that game, mate, and I felt very let down from the players, um, and the manager. This was Mauricio Pochettino's worst game as Chelsea manager by far. Every decision was just shocking. It was poor. And you know what annoys me, Kevin? You don't have to be a genius to figure this stuff out. Enzo Fernandez is one of the best players on the pitch. Takes him off. Doesn't start Broho when he's just come off a game where he scored. Takes off Madueke instead of Sterling. I didn't understand that. And it just makes no sense to me, mate. I'm looking at this manager and I'm saying, for fuck's sake, Poch, I'm Poch in. And that was sackable. So I completely understand fans that say that, they need him to go.
Mhm.
And based on that, I say, you know what, there's no defending that. But I'm not there yet. I'll be honest with you, Kev. I'm not there yet, but
Mhm.
I'm definitely getting there. I'll be honest with you because that was
Um,
shocking.
I was up until that Middlesbrough game. I was all for keeping him till the end of the month. I said just keep him till the end of the month, see how it goes. And we discussed this last week. We cannot have a better running. Preston. It took us all half time to get into gear against a lower second rate team that were in the bottom half of the championship. Took us 45 minutes to kick into action. Yeah, I predicted it right 4-0, but that papered over the cracks. The performance was rubbish. Lethargic. The same thing went into the Middlesbrough game, but you can't just depend on Cole Palmer to come up with a bit of magic. You can't just depend on a 21-year-old kid just to keep on getting goals and assists and everything else. What about the rest of the team stepping up? And I said that this is an easy month for us to pick up points, and within the second game in the month, we've lost already. Another L on the board already against the championship team with 12 injuries. And the only excuse we can hear from the manager is we've got injuries. So I haven't Middlesbrough got injuries. Didn't they have their third choice keeper and goal as well? Everything about it sucks. And what really got me very angry, more than anything, more than the performance itself, was the fact that at the end of the game, only four players could walk over, had the balls to walk over and applaud the fans, which could have been myself there if I was going to go, but I backed out last minute. So imagine the manager hasn't got the players and says, you know what, got the players and gone to the fans, applaud them off. They've got a 5-hour journey back home. You're going to go back in your coach, you're reclining seats, you're going to go back on that coach, get a massage on the way back, and people will be stuck in the train station in sub-zero conditions, and you can't go over and applaud the fans that have spent hard-earned money for one, that spent time and taking time off work to come and watch you, and you can't even applaud them. And that's on Pochettino as well. And me as the manager, if my team have put a performance in like that, and there's 3,000, 8,000 fans that have travelled 250 miles, I would have gone, lads, you go over to the players. Before you go in the change room, go over to the players and applaud them. Thiago Silva's the only one. And why isn't he got that captain's armband? Why is Pochettino giving it to Conor Gallagher? How is that guy a captain at my football club? Conor Gallagher, captain of Chelsea Football Club. What is he doing to this football club, Pochettino? Why isn't he giving it to Thiago Silva? There's so many things we can keep going on and on and on and about. There's plenty of things we can say about this manager, but sucks at the moment. Literally, I'm not even underrating what I'm trying to say. There's so much decisions that he's making, which is putting this club down. We are going down, and like I said, up until Tuesday, I was like, I'll give him a chance. But my decision is straight now. I think he's got to go, mate. He's not good enough for this club. Nowhere near good enough.
Well, I was on Twitter earlier, and there was a thread that came up with a number of screenshots of different articles about Poch when he was at Tottenham and when he was at PSG as well, and it was all about, basically articles saying Pochettino's ruining Neymar. He played Son as a left back one game at Tottenham, and that made no sense. And something to do with it was Messi and Mbappe as well. You see pictures of them walking past Pochettino, looking at him and just basically scowling like, "What the fuck's wrong with you?" And I'll be real, when that makes sense based on what we saw yesterday, and the timing of that post is exceptional because it does open your eyes. But I've got to say, Kev, you don't get to this level without having something. I mean, I'm sorry, mate. You don't get to this level without having something. So,
No,
when you
Alex,
say...
look at Wayne Rooney. Look at Wayne Rooney. Look. He's only a coach because he's...
No, but I'll be honest with you, Kev. So Wayne Rooney
doesn't...
didn't do a great job at DC United. Obviously didn't do a good job at Birmingham either. But I thought he played fantastic
Lampard
at Derby. I thought he did a really good job at Derby. Don't tell me... Come on, mate.
Okay, job.
They did a good job, mate. It was an impossible job he had. And
what
they were
I'm going to say is, though, like, some managers only get to where they are because of status. Like, he was a big player back in the day, Argentine international, played for PSG, played with some of the best players in the world. Ronaldinho, played with Arteta, played with so many top-class players. His managerial career he done well at the start, when he was at Southampton. Yeah, I have to admit, there was a good team to watch at that point. He's gone to Tottenham. He hasn't won anything. Gone to PSG and just about won a trophy there. He got sacked from PSG. That goes to show the levels that we're talking about. He's come to Chelsea and he's in 10th place with all that money spent. Okay, you might say that we haven't got players that are at the top level yet. We've got a lot of potential in the team, but it doesn't matter. Off a corner kick, you should be able to organise. Throughout the season, we have seen no changes with the organisation on set plays throughout the season. That is down to coaching and tactics. We have seen no patterns of play. Every single game, we're relying on a special moment to win games. We are seeing there's a breakage right now between the fans and the fans and the players, which I don't like at all. Like I said to you a minute ago, if that was me, if I was the manager, I'd be telling the players to go and clap. He should have come over and clapped us as well. Not once has I've seen that manager come over and clap us fans. Have you seen it yet? Not once.
No,
He's not Chelsea. He's not Chelsea quality. And like I said, he's done a pretty good job at Tottenham. I can give him credit for that, but he's nowhere near a coach that we need now. I think we need to take a loss and look elsewhere. As this is the best we're going to get right now under Pochettino.
Yeah, and then the question that other people have is, who else do you bring in? But I mean, we'll get to that in a second, mate. I do think that we've got to give it time. I still feel that way. Even though, mate, I saw the same thing you saw. I saw a pile of rubbish on Tuesday night, but I'm not seeing any other manager coming in that I'd rather have. It may be Mourinho in the summer, but I don't know if Mourinho's taken this job. The only reason he's taken this job is for the love of the club. And if he is going to take this job, you best hope to God he's going to get the money, because that man knows how to win when he's spent. And yeah, we're just not where we need to be, mate. The football is very reliant on individual moments, as you said. I completely agree with that, and I think everyone's just trying to get used to each other. I don't think it's good for morale to sack Pochettino at the moment. I just think it will be like Potter last season, to be honest with you. I think it will get worse if we get rid of him.
So what happens if we lose against Fulham on Saturday?
Alex, the concept still applies, mate. I think it will get worse if we bring someone else in.
I don't know, Alex. Like I said to you, when we discussed the preview before Preston, we said this is the easiest run you can get. Doesn't matter about injuries. This is an easy run. Why are we not beating Middlesbrough away, a team with so many injuries? Why is he playing Cole? He's continuing to make the same mistakes week in, week out. This is where I believe he's not good enough. Like I was all well for giving him a chance. I was like, give him to the end of January, give him another transfer window, then potentially give him to the end of the season. But from what I can see, he's clueless, Alex. Can we consider?
No, Kev, his decision making has been shocking. I'm
Yeah.
not disagreeing with that,
So do you
but
think? Do you think it's going to change overnight? Do you think his decision making is going to improve? Do you think he's not going to keep starting? Look at this, for instance. We have Maitson, our only fit left back in the squad right now. Cucurella's going to be out for a few more weeks. Chilwell's going to take a few more weeks to get back up to scratch. So you go and sell Maitson, and then you have to play Levi Colwell left back, and he's getting cooked every single. He's getting cooked against championship quality players, and you're telling me that your manager of the football team can't say, you know what, Maitson, this is your chance. You're a left back. He's your chance. What is he doing? This is the thing. I don't see why his mindset is right now. I just don't get it, Alex.
I don't
And
get it either, mate. I don't understand that. I agree. I don't understand the Colwell situation. I don't understand why Madueke hasn't had more minutes recently. Even when he's played well, I still think he should have been given more of a chance against Middlesbrough and in other games, to be honest with you. I don't know why he keeps playing Sterling. I don't know why he plays Enzo as a fucking 10. Mate, the list goes on. You know, there's loads of things. But I do think that, you know, when you're happy with your squad, mate, things tend to come into place. And Pochettino's not happy with the squad, you know, and the players aren't good enough. You know, that is one thing I will give Poch. These players are a pile of wank. They are
Alex, I
crap.
don't. They're,
They are, mate. They are.
Alex, they're not as bad. If there was better, code, if we had a game plan, look at the pitch. I got shown a picture the other day, and there's a question mark in the middle of that team. You've got your defense, and you've got Caicedo and Enzo pushed right up. Where's the midfield? Where's the
You
midfield?
saw that. Yeah.
This is down to coaching now. This is where you get a coaching board and you say, look, Caicedo, I want you in the space. I want Enzo, you here putting the ball around, and I want Gallagher pressing. I want you winning the ball. I can't see nothing like that on a game-to-game basis. I can't see basic coaching. I can't see basic tactics of corners, how to stop goals and set plays. Look at Colwell and Michael Carrick. You talk about Michael Carrick come up with a game plan how to utilize our weakness. Doubled up on our weakest spot every single time. Their right wing and right back doubled up on Colwell and made his life hell. Where was our game plan to try and beat Middlesbrough? As he watched Middlesbrough's footage and says, you know what? How can we try and beat Middlesbrough? We didn't have none of that, Alex. It was the same old stuff I've seen every single week. Just pass, and try and get a goal. There was no way. Like I was trying to say, we didn't try and play against their weakness, but Middlesbrough did against us. So why are their coaches analysing how weak spots and trying to coming up with a game plan to beat us, but we can't do the same thing on a weekly basis? We don't have none of that. Every single week, I keep saying, against Man United, I said, a few weeks ago, the pressing triggers Harry Maguire. He's shit at playing in the back. Onana is going to take as many touches. He's a pressing trigger. Where was our game plan to press them and get the ball at the field? Every single game we're going into, we're not coming up with a tactic how to beat teams, and this is where it worries me. We can't just play at the back football and keep ball football and try and win games. You've got to be able to change up to try and beat the team in front of you. And Pochettino's not doing that right now, bro.
Mate, I said it on the last episode, and I'll repeat it again. Pochettino is not a great tactician. He's not.
Shit. It's horrible.
He is renowned for his man management, and that is where you have to hope that things will get better with time, because man management is what gives you longevity.
Alex, 6 months. 6 months is a long time in football.
No, it's not.
Alex, it is. It's
not.
Alex, 6 months. We are 10th place, and it's getting worse every single week, Alex.
Where were we last year? You were 12th.
Look, if it's 6 months, right, if it's 6 months, like I said, I am very patient, Alex. I'm being very, very patient. If I can see performances getting better.
Let me ask you this. Do we have a better squad this season than last season?
Yeah.
What positions?
Got a better striker. Okay, Jackson's rubbish, but he's better than Kai Havertz, isn't he?
I'll probably give you that one, to be fair. I'll give you that one. But apart from that,
Enzo over Jorginho, yeah. I'd probably still have Kante and Kovacic over Caicedo, to be fair. Gusto, you'd have to say over James at the moment because James has been piss poor. He's been injured. We've got a
if
better
you understand my
goalkeeper.
point,
We've got a better
the point is,
goalkeeper. We've got more of a better balanced team in regards to morale and the players on the play for us. We've
yes,
got
you're right. But the reality is the squad isn't as good. It's just not. It's not. On paper, our squad is not as good. I'm talking about Raheem Sterling. Raheem Sterling on paper is good, right? You might not see that right now, but on paper he is. And last season we had a better squad on paper. We had better players individually. We had so much more quality. I just can't say the same this season. And that is where I do have a little bit of empathy. As I said, I'm not defending Pochettino against Middlesbrough. I thought it was shocking. But for me, I have a little bit of patience when I see the right things happening and the players not producing. I've seen that a lot this season, man. And we've had a lot of close calls, like when Sterling could have squared the ball against Wolves, if Enzo would have scored that penalty against West Ham, if we didn't concede silly goals in the bigger games, like against Man City, we would have won that game. Liverpool, we could have easily won on the opening day. So you look at those little things, small changes make a big difference. And then we're not talking about sacking Pochettino. We're talking about giving him a contract extension because we're in the league. So look, again, I am not saying Pochettino's doing a good job. He's not doing a great job at all by any means. But I do think things will get worse if we sack him. I think that the owners are thinking that way as well. You look at what happened with Potter last season. They must have learned from their mistake. And they've given him a 2-year contract for a reason, Kev. You want to review it halfway. If it's not going well, you terminate it. Cut your losses. At least give the next manager a pre-season, time to come in, work on the transfers, etc., rather than walking into an absolute mess. Kev, if I was walking into Chelsea right now and I saw anything similar to what Lampard said he saw last season, it's hopeless. You can't
but
change everything that quickly.
It's just a little bits of attention to the other Alex. Like I said, not once have I seen this guy. He hasn't once applauded the fans. He hasn't once said anything about the fans. Like he's
But
all
why
for
would you, Kev? You've got no reason to connect with the fans.
He's got no stand. No, of course you have. You're the manager of the club. Your job
Kev,
is
I
to.
guarantee you this, right? And people won't like me saying this. I fucking went to all the games. Tuchel was not a big, clap the fans guy. He did it sometimes and it got caught on camera. Tuchel did not clap the fans every week.
Didn't really have to though, because he got the respect.
Yeah, but my point is, but when he did, Kev, when he did, it was the big moments when we were winning big games. Everyone was so happy. And then you come together like Klopp does at Anfield when he does the fist bump and all that stuff. Pochettino has nothing to celebrate. And then why would you want to connect with the fans when you can't even get your own team going? Like, there's going to be a disconnect as long as there's no results. I guarantee when we start winning games, I'm sure Pochettino will come up to the fans more and stuff like that. But no, again, it's not a good thing, mate. I'm not applauding it. I just people need to look at it from more than one angle. I know I'm a positive guy and I do take a lot of positives from things. I didn't see any fucking positives against Middlesbrough. I saw nothing. But listen, Kev, we've only got about 12 minutes left on the preview, so let's talk about Fulham because they've lost to Liverpool in the semi-final of the Carabao Cup 2-1. They scored the first goal with Willian, but they couldn't hold on to the lead, which is understandable. Liverpool are exceptional at Anfield. But we have a relatively mixed record against Fulham recently. I mean, how can you see things planning out?
It's just hard to. It's so hard to predict Chelsea Football Club at the moment. I was so adamant this is the time for us to go in a little run. I really felt it, Alex. When we did beat Preston, I thought, you know what, this is it now. We're going to go and beat Middlesbrough, and then that's going to that would have been like 5 wins in a row, Alex, and we've gone and let ourselves down again. And it's just simple decision making from the manager. It's the manager was done it to us again. Like I said, you hit the nail on the head. Brohan needs goals. He needs a run of games. Why are you starting Palmer in the fucking force number 9? Why you got a force number 9 and not a striker against
Middlesbrough? Very strange.
So Brohan might start against Fulham, I just really don't know right now, Alex, what to predict. Obviously we beat him at the cottage a few months ago, and that was big turnaround game. I didn't expect us to win it, and we did 2-0 comfortably. That was a game where Brower got on the goal sheet, so hopefully he can come up with the goods again. But Fulham, you've got to remember, they beat Arsenal only a couple of weeks ago, so it's not going to be an easy game. They've got a style of football, very physical. Williams, dangerous on the wing. They've got Paoli now, who can control the game. Got good players on the wing back areas as well. In Anthony Robinson, a left back that I like. So they've got good players in and around the team, and Jimenez as well. He's deadly on crosses and set plays. So he can swing either way. I just don't know what Chelsea's going to turn up. And the thing what strikes as well, Alex, is if we go and beat Fulham, it's just buying this manager more time. And this is what I'm saying. I just think he's on brought time right now. I just feel like he's getting the wins just to keep him in. It's a bit like Ten Hag, that situation where he can go on a little.
If you want to talk about Ten Hag, I don't think Ten Hag should be sacked. I think that Ten Hag is a good manager. I would fucking take Ten Hag over Pochettino.
Yeah.
Ten Hag's Ten Hag is in a very similar position to Pochettino, but it's a little bit more. I think it's a little bit easier than Poch because Ten Hag has some players that are capable of producing big moments, like consistently. Fernandes, Rashford can do it. You've got some players there, and you've got a spine. Pochettino doesn't even have that, mate. This is I don't understand Man United fans asking for Ten Hag to get sacked. There is no better manager out there for your team. And people say, oh my God, he says the same thing in the press conferences. At least Ten Hag's talking about we need to win. We want to win. We want to compete for trophies. We are competing for trophies. Like, that is not a bad thing to have from a manager. I mean, Pochettino, I can't say the same thing, but I actually think Pochettino's got a much worse squad than Man United. If we finish above Man United, for me, that is a success. This season because Man United have a lot more resources than we do right now on the pitch, and the pressure on both managers is obviously enormous, but there's very fine margins, mate. I mean, Newcastle are dropping points, Arsenal are dropping points, United will probably drop points. Inevitably, Aston Villa will stop going on a run at some point. They've got to have a shaky point of the season, and that's when we can hopefully pick it up, mate. And you talk about 6 months not being a long time. You're right, but you're also not thinking about what can happen in the second half of the season because every other team was good. They might drop, and then even if we're not great, but we pick up some points, we'll catch up on them. I know it sounds a bit far-fetched, but it's the truth. And that's why, you look at a lot of these fans celebrating at Christmas, Arsenal top of the league last season. They didn't win. So we can't count everything too soon. I'm not saying it's going to be a great season. I do think it will be better than last season, and in a lot of ways, it already is. We've progressed to the next round of the FA Cup. We're in the Carabao Cup semis. We lost both of those games against Man City in the opening rounds last season. That's an improvement. We're 10th, not 12th. That's an improvement, and we've got players who want to be here. So there's a lot more positives than people want to take, but that's still not the standard. I completely understand that.
Yeah. Well, you're right there. Well, we'll have to see. But just going back onto the Fulham game, they're not really in good form themselves. The last home game before the beat Arsenal, they lost against Burnley 2-0. So not really in the best form. I just feel like if we can take the game to them early doors and just put them on the back foot, hopefully we can come up with the goods because we can't keep on making excuses up now, Alex. Like I said, I really wanted us to go on this run. I wanted January to be a win where we go on and lose, just not lose. Just don't lose for a month, please. Just do everything you can, just to win. And Middlesbrough was just an absolute I feel for you, man. Just that journey, that time in the morning, I feel for you. So can we turn it around? And like I said, after that we've got Fulham, then we've got Middlesbrough home again in the second round, in the second leg, and then we on FA Cup, I think Villa.
Aston Villa. It's
Yeah,
annoying
yes.
because they switched the game to a Friday, so I'm abroad. I'm not around for that game.
Friday.
But I would have been able to go on a Saturday, but I can't do the Friday.
Oh, you're going to, yeah,
I'm abroad, mate. I'm in Dubai. So
yeah,
yeah, man. But no, I'll be back for the Liverpool game. I mean, hopefully things improve by that point.
yeah,
Lord knows it needs to. I mean,
yeah.
I just don't understand.
Yeah. It's crazy. It's draining, Alex. It's very, very draining because we set up in our heads. We have high expectations, and we like a kind of plan. Like I think you know what we beat Preston. Like can we just beat Middlesbrough? If we beat Middlesbrough, and then we're going to lose, and then it's just back to square one. We're continuously chasing we're chasing our tail every week because we win one, we get a bit of momentum, win another one, and then we go and have a shit performance.
It's the
Every,
wave effect, though, isn't it, Kev? You know, you win a
yeah,
few, you lose a few, and I have to say, I'll say it again, I did predict
yeah,
that,
yeah,
and that is totally normal with a young squad.
yeah,
Um, but we're not used to it, really, are we, mate? But
yeah. So,
it's
how do you feel we can break Fulham down? Them? Do you think you know their performance against Arsenal, which is a really good one? How do you feel we could break them down? How do you feel we can get the win? Because it's not going to be an easy game. Local rivals are going to be very well up for the game.
I think Bro has got a start. He scored against Fulham last time we played against them. I think that Sterling needs to be dropped. I don't know why you keep playing Sterling, mate. Sterling is just I hate him. I
Yeah, it's
absolutely hate
just,
Sterling. You've got
yeah.
to drop Sterling.
I'd send him
Play
to Saudi
play
Arabia
Madueke,
if it's possible.
play Mudryk, play players that want to play. And I think it's quite clear to see that I think the midfield operates better when Gallagher's in it. So get Gallagher in that
Oh
team. I know you
no!
don't like him, but the midfield operates better. The
Oh,
whole team does better when Gallagher
I
is in the
don't
squad.
know how. I just don't know how.
It's
I
true.
don't know.
It's not.
No,
It's not an opinion. It's a
this is
fact.
this like I've said this a few weeks ago. Like I don't rate the guy. I think he's a squad player at
You
best.
don't
You
have
can't.
to rate
It's
him,
not.
but
It's
look
not.
at the stats.
It's poor. There's no stats to it. Al. There's no stats to it.
He's first for all of our
I
stats, mate.
don't care.
Most
Al. I don't.
chances
It's
created,
because we're
most
10th place,
assists,
Alex.
most.
Alex, we are 10th place. Al. Just yeah. Oh,
You want to play players with
fair
worse
play.
stats?
But the standards of the club are that low that it's not hard to be the first
He's still the
man
best one.
running. Chances fucking created, mate. You couldn't even pass a 5-yard ball against Middlesbrough. Like he's running around like a headless chicken. He couldn't even fucking shoot a goal. Like I don't care about Gallagher. Like we get offered 50 mil for him. If you don't accept 50 mil for him, we are stupid. And like I said, a lot of people will be coming at me probably in the comments saying, "Kev, this and that." I don't rate Gallagher. He's a squad player at best. I've seen the fucking the highlights of him, and he stinks. Oh, he's shit. And furthermore, he's captain of his football club. Why are you coming over to us at the end of the game and applauding us? That goes to show about you. You're a coward. You're a coward. But my predictions moving forward, I'd probably say it's going to be a 1-1 draw. Unfortunately, I can't see us winning the game.
Yeah.
I can't see us winning the game.
Well, I don't know what to say anymore,
I,
Kev. Everyone always asks me about the predictions. I didn't have a prediction for Middlesbrough. I didn't really know what was going to happen. You just don't know. I feel the same way about Fulham. How you can look at this team and have any idea what they're going to do, it just depends what happens on the day, you know.
and look at
And
Nkunku again, bruv. Like Nkunku's gone out. Is out again for 4 weeks with another injury. Different, not his knee again. He's out with a thigh injury. Like, and this is just like, every week, like it's burning my head out, man. This team is burning my head out now, bro. Like it's yeah, well, yeah. Let's just try and get a win. But yeah, if you're gonna ask me the prediction, it'd be a 1-1 draw, man. Unfortunately, I just don't know.
yeah, we'll go with a 1-1 draw. I'll probably agree with you there, just because I don't really know what else to say. But listen, guys, thanks for tuning in. If you've been on here for almost 30 minutes, thanks for
Yeah,
listening to us. I mean, I'll be real, Kev, it's been a depressing episode, hasn't it?
it's just put. Oh, it's just I just can't. What's the word? I can't just energize myself really more. Like I can't just be enthusiastic about. It's just a false. It's just me being fake. I'm not me having that positivity about yeah, we're going to win the next game. And then when I see Middlesbrough the other day, it's just brought me back down to earth. It's depressing now because we just don't know what Chelsea is going to turn up anymore. It's inconsistent, unprofessional. It's just sad to see at the minute. It really is.
Very sad. But listen, guys, if you agree or disagree with anything myself or Kev has said, let us know in the comments. Always good to know what you think. I think most people are going to agree that we're pretty rubbish. And if you disagree with that, please tell me why. But yeah, like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And we'll see you after the Fulham game, guys. All the best and up the Chelsea.